afternoon, our wonderful viewers, and welcome to our today's program on Living Television. Today's program is called As It Is in Your Area. It is a phone-in audience participatory program where you're meant to call us, tell us what is happening in your area, how it affects you as an individual or as a group of people. It could be issues bothering you in your home, it could be in your society, it could be anywhere. It could be as your right as an individual. It could be what you are suffering in your home that you have no one to talk to. Feel free to call us and lay the complaint. Whatever issue that is bothering you, it could be as your freedom as an individual or your human rights. Maybe you don't know your left and right. Feel free to call us, tell us whatever the issue it is. You know how we normally do it here in our station, in our television. You are meant to call us, tell us issues bothering you. But in case you are joining us for the first time, I say you are welcome to our today's program. Just be with me to the end of the program. Don't go anywhere. For you to call us, these are the phone lines to call us with: 091-6848-4992. I take the line again: 091-6848-4992. These are the phone lines to call us to. Bring in your calls, whatever issue that is bothering you. For now, I am not alone in the studio. I am with Sir St. Moses Ogbonna. Sir, you are welcome to our today's program.
St. Moses Ogbonna, not Ogbonna.
Sorry, sir. Yes. Sir St. Moses Ogbonna.
Yes.
Sir, you are welcome to our today's program.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, we'll go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with the rest of the program. Viewers, welcome back from this short break. I still remember my humble self, Mrs. Okechukwu Jem Francis. All right, sir. The program is called As It Is in Your Area. From the news I saw online today, the president gave directive on how to use the new naira and the new currency, and he said that 500 naira and 1,000 naira notes are no longer legal tender, especially the old one. That what is acceptable now is the new 200 naira and the old 200 naira. Then the new 500 should be in use, including the new 1,000 naira notes. Then the old ones are no longer legal tender. Do you think this new policy has effects on the people? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of this policy the president just announced this morning?
Yeah, it is a further directive. It is not necessarily a new policy.
Yes.
It is just to ameliorate the sufferings, because the policy has been that all the old naira notes, that is to say the 1,000 old naira notes, the 500 and the 200 naira notes, have ceased to be legal tender with effect from 10th of February. But because of the hardship, the outcry of the people, because the people have not been able to find it easy to procure these 1,500 and the 200 naira notes from the bank, even the 100 and the 50 naira notes have not been easy to be procured. Then the president, according to him, he says, after taking cognizance of the outcry, the pleadings from different quarters, leaders, governors, even diplomatic corps members, that he has to, like he promised last week, to give him 7 days. At the expiry of the 7 days is today.
Yes.
And he says, okay, the 1,000 naira note and the 500 naira note has permanently ceased to be legal tenders.
Yes.
That is now pleading on the central bank to
Print.
return the old 200 naira note
Okay.
and make it a legal tender and let it run along the 1,000 new naira note, 500 new naira note, and then 200 both old and new naira notes.
Yes.
Then 100 naira notes, 50 naira notes, and the coins. They're all now legal tenders. So the implication is that all those people that stuffed old currencies, especially the 1,500 naira notes, which they stacked in their private homes, hoping to use it for what only God knows what, which everybody is fearing that may be used to buy votes.
Yes.
The president says, return them, but no longer at the banks or private commercial banks.
Yes.
You now carry it to the central bank.
Yes.
Before you return it, you will have to fill from. Say whom you are, how you have acquired this money, why you have kept this money
Yes.
up to this time. And I think they will consider whether you are genuine or not.
Yes.
If you are genuine, they will accept it from you. If you are not genuine, well, whatever drum they beat for you, will begin to dance.
All right, sir. You have done justice to that. Then my second question is, news is circulating online that some governors have refused to abide by the president's rules, like the one he said this morning, like governor of Lagos State, then governor of Ondo State, and one of governor from another state like that, that they told the people and the citizens of their state that they should continue making use of the old currency. Now my question is, do you think they are doing the right thing? Are they not going against the motive the presidents have in mind for doing and printing out the new currency?
You see, the governor's directive are immaterial. We are running a constitutional government.
Okay.
Every government is a creation of the Constitution, and the duties and the rights and obligations of each governor and their powers is spelled out in the Constitution. You see, when the three of the governors went to Supreme Court and asked the Supreme Court to secure an order from the Supreme Court ordering the central bank
Yes.
to continue issuing the old currencies or accepting the old currencies. Many people says no, there is about an anarchy, wherefore you disobey the orders of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the apex court, quite all right. But they are also a creation of the Constitution.
Yes.
The Constitution has spelled out the powers where the Supreme Court has to act or not to act. There are others. If there are issues arising from the High Court where you are dissatisfied with the decisions of the High Court, you go to Appeal Court.
Yes.
If you are dissatisfied further, you go to the Supreme Court.
Yes.
And whatever the Supreme Court says,
Decide.
whether they are right or wrong, becomes the law. But the same Constitution says, if there are conflicts, disagreements between federal government and state government versus state government, the Supreme Court also has jurisdiction to determine them That is where you have to go to Supreme Court direct to seek either interpretation or secure an order from the Supreme Court where there are conflicts. The Constitution did not give the Supreme Court order to determine as a court of first instance an issue between federal government and the government agencies, or government, state government and government agencies. The Supreme Court has no jurisdiction in such matters. Maybe that is why when the three governments went to court, they failed to join the CBN. It became a double-headed monster.
Yes.
If you join the CBN, Supreme Court has no jurisdiction. Because as a court of first instance, there is nothing bothering CBN in that matter. If you fail to join the CBN and they go directly to Supreme Court, still Supreme Court has no jurisdiction because it has no jurisdiction in a matter as a court of first instance bordering on a conflict between a state government and any government agency, or federal government and any government agency. That's why it appeared as if the order of the Supreme Court was not adhered to by either the CBN or the federal government. As it is now, what the president did is not even giving order to the CBN, because central bank is an institution of its own.
Yes.
That does not take an order from anybody.
Our first caller for the program. Hello, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Hello.
You've lost that caller.
Yes.
So what the president is just doing is to, as the president, as the father of the nation,
Number one city.
he is now calling on the CBN to please listen to the cry of the people and to see if you can allow 200 naira notes to move, not an order.
Okay.
Because CBN cannot take an order from the president. If the president cannot just call the CBN governor and say, hey my friend, go and print money. It's not true. It is the CBN that will say, this is what we want to do. And they can now go to the president and say, President, this is what we want to do. Say, my friend, this thing is good, or it is not good. Don't do, or do. A situation the president begin to give orders to the CBN to do anything on monetary policy, it may lead to chaos. It may lead to inflation. Yes. Because we have seen countries where the president will borrow. When they see that they can no longer borrow, they order the CBN and say, print out money, yes. And the money becomes valueless.
Yes.
So that is why the Constitution has put so much checks to make sure the currency has value. And what is happening now is that the value of the currency will soon return. We will even begin to see the coins. We will begin to see 50 naira notes. You see, 50 naira notes have nearly gone out of circulation because hardly anything you can buy now that has the value of 50 naira. Even ordinary cola, you can't get a cola of 50 naira.
No, you can't.
Tom, if you see Tom now, I think it is 150 naira. Yes. Very soon, those would have gone out. But from what the president has done, my brother, I doff my hat for him.
All right.
I am happy over it. Let all those people that has pool, we call it pool, we are pool numbers 3/3, that has been having a 3/3. Now, That 3 will be in their pocket when the pool numbers are announced.
All right, wonderful viewers. If in case you are joining us for the first time or you're joining us now, this is an audience phone-in participatory program where you're meant to call us, tell us what is happening in your area, especially on the trending news about the currency and the new policy the president have issued in the country. Feel free to call us. The phone line is 091-6848-4992. I take the line again, 091-6848-4992. You can also follow us on our social media handles on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The handle to follow us is on Living Television. The handle is applicable to all the platforms. All right, sir. Back to my third question. Now, the president have pleaded on our behalf to CBN to print more cash, to print more new currency, so that it can be circulating within the people, because the masses are complaining bitterly that the money is not in.
I think the banks are sabotaging.
That is where I'm coming from.
Yes, the banks are sabotaging. The CBN has to wear its big hammer if they are not part of what is happening at the commercial banks.
Yes.
I do not see.
All right, sir. Good afternoon. Welcome to our today's program. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Hello? Can you hear us? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Turn down this radio. Turn down the TV. When it comes down.
All right, please endeavor to call us back again. We lost the call.
When you do, turn down.
And when you call us, please endeavor to turn down the volume of your TV or your radio set. Sir, now my question is, hope bank managers and those in charge of dispensing this cash will adhere strictly to instruction.
Yes, I think the CBN should set up an inspectorate machinery.
Okay.
That will be accompanied by DSS and the police to ask every commercial bank, because I think there are central bank offices in every state now.
Yes, there is.
And it is from this central bank vault that all the commercial banks in a particular state are issued cash
Yes.
in whatever volume that is available. I think what the central bank has to do is, if you issue 1 million naira to, say, First Bank in Abia State, and the First Bank has 10 branches, that will mean about 1 million,
yes,
or thereabout in the 10 branches. The central bank has to move to these branches to find out whether the amount to issue to First Bank or UBA or Zenith, as the case may be, got to these banks. If it got to this bank, are they dispensing or circulating it, issuing it to their customers?
Yes.
I do not think it is proper for a corporate entity, a company, to call his banker to say, I am coming to withdraw money. And they say, what you have to withdraw is 5,000 cash.
Yes, for a day.
For a day. If 5,000 for a day is what is going to be given to a corporate entity, individuals 500. And yet, when you want to transfer, you find it difficult to transfer money.
Yes.
We always attribute it to network. But sometimes you find out that the services of those banks often at times are not available.
Yes.
And when they say it is not available, it appears to us that it is because maybe whatever happens, the banks are not diligent in serving their their customers. Because what goes out in these transfers are not physical cash. It is figures. I have 100,000 in my bank. I want to transfer 20,000 to you. What goes out is not cash. It's the figure.
It's the figure, yes.
So, if we want people not to suffer very well, the service providers will also be up and down, yes, so that when you transfer, the networks will work.
Yes, yes. At least to save the people much stress, yes, on that aspect.
So that when you transfer, sometimes you see that you will transfer money 3 days, 4 days. The recipient, the beneficiary, will not receive the money. True. They will now involve you to write application, fill form.
Wait for next 24 hours for it to be bounced back or returned to your own account. All right, Star, thank you very much. You have done justice to the questions. But we'll be back to continue. For now, we'll go for a short break. When we are back, we continue where we stop for the program. Viewers, I want us to take a look at what is happening in some of the commercial banks here in Aba. We'll just put a very small and short.
Go ahead.
All right, let's take a watch at what is happening. It is
reporting. This is Abdurrahman reporting live.
Which bank is that?
Access. Trending for the past 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. This
man where they work for this place, for this school. Now you see they put that this is Abdurrahman in my area now, as in opposite my street. In my area now, as in opposite my street. This is Abdurrahman reporting. This is Abdurrahman reporting live. Jesus. Una dey work here? Una dey work here?
Make a call on Ghana. I never get contact. Make it
Any security?
What I think is that I think the nation is on trial.
yes.
I remember one of the prophets, late Prophet T.B. Joshua.
Okay.
Before he died, he issued a warning that he sees a revolution coming in Nigeria. Revolution. That the revolution will begin as a protest. That it will be moving from one state to the other.
Wow.
And he issued a warning that the government should do everything within their powers to make sure that this revolution stops at protest. That if they cannot and allow it to move from protest to revolution, that it will be very, very disastrous. And the protest we are seeing now is moving from one state to the other. yesterday they have counted up to 3 or 4 states that angry youths and mobs are now besieging the banks, casting stones at some party-marked vehicles as they approach.
Yes.
You see where a certain presidential candidate will mount the rostrum and the youth will not allow him to address them. These are protests. If you look at what is going on now, it is also a protest showing that something is wrong. It is true that the president wants to stop an anomaly. Anomaly, everybody knows that according to the currency law, the fiscal policy of this country, you are not allowed to stack a certain amount to be seen carrying a certain amount of money. But these days, you see kidnappers will kidnap somebody and they will be demanding for 25 million ransom. And somebody we know will say he is interfacing between the kidnappers and the people and will deliver the money, cash. Just last week, Friday, my sister who is at Port Harcourt was kidnapped.
Oh, so
And the kidnappers are still holding her, asking them to bring 25 million.
wow.
Telling them that they will give the bank where they will transfer the money to. Probably they will now ask them to deliver dollar. This is a country where we were asked to register our phone numbers.
Yes.
This is a country we are told that when we register these phone numbers, the phone numbers can be traced or tracked to where the people who are making the calls are.
Ah, yes.
Up to today, the kidnappers and the bandits and whatever name they are giving are using the phones successfully, and the government officials or agents deliver this money cash.
Ah, so
Yet, you are telling us you are refacing the naira. Citizens cannot secure this money. People are seeing who stack these monies in their homes.
yes, they are.
And we know that the government is after those people to make sure that these monies are returned. And it is the inability of these people to return this money because they thought they can frustrate and bend the hands of the government that we suspect and we fear. They are the people causing this mayhem, sponsoring the youths and talks to go and they cause mayhem so that they can force the hands of the government to change the policy. That's why you see in this country where a certain governor will boast to their people to continue receiving the old currencies. When they win, they will change it. As if the policy is something you can just come in
And change
and
immediately.
change immediately
No, it's not.
without looking at the feelings of the people, without looking at what effect it has on the economy of this country
Yes.
and on the hardship it will spell to the people. Because you want to win election at all costs.
Yes.
You see a governor will boast and say, these people, we will intimidate them. We will deal with them. They say, off the camera, off the camera. And yet nobody has gone to that person who is not a governor, who has no immunity, who has threatened the citizens and the voters of this country, and nobody has called him to order, simply because he is contesting election, simply because he belongs to the ruling party. If the president had bent to their pressure, I would have joined the people in thinking that the president that is here now has lost the manner and the character we used to know him for. The moment the president made the announcement this morning, I said, surely, whoever said that this is not our president has been debunked. Because the Buhari we know can never, the highest he can shift his ground is the allowing the 200 naira to be returned. If the president we know that is Buhari, the Buhari we know during the Idiabo period, he has manifested himself today that he is still the Buhari of the Idiabo period, is still the Buhari today. Those people that sealed the money, hoping to use 200,000 to bribe the people they have pauperized, they have rendered homeless, they have rendered into IDP camps, so that when they give them 200,000, they will jump up and vote. They are disappointed. Let them transfer those 200,000. We will monitor them. Our president has not designed this policy to punish us. He has not designed this policy to punish the people. He has designed this policy to save us from these ruling APC people who have stacked at the governors of all the parties. They are guilty, all of them are guilty. From party A to party B, all the governors, all the presidents, they have stacked their money. The president has forced them to bring back this money to the coffers of the central bank, so that the value of our money will increase. So that, like he said, anybody who is going to vote, that he will not want anybody to use his resources. That resources is the money.
Yes.
The motorcycle they want to buy, the keke they will want to buy, the bags of rice they will want to buy, the drinks they will want to issue. He does not want them to use these resources to influence our votes. Please go out and vote. Vote the correct person you think, especially the president by next Saturday, you think will return and resuscitate the economy of this country. A new Nigeria is possible. It begins now from the rephasing of this currency to the voting on the 25th of February.
All right, sir. So my next question is, when the issue of the new currency was being introduced, was the coins introduced also? Because some persons are complaining that when they went to the bank to withdraw some cash, instead of giving them the paper money as the legal tender, they were giving coins.
Coins is part of our legal tender, but because of the increase in inflation,
okay,
the level of inflation, coins became something that is used to appease the gods. When you want to go to your Dibia, he will ask you to pay 200,000, 1 million, so that he will conjure and invite the gods. When you give it to them, they will go and bring coins and give to the gods, and they keep their 1 million naira.
Yes, yes.
The coins are part of the legal tender, but because of the level of inflation, the coins became useless. The 5 naira notes, there are people who have children of this age who have not seen 5
It's true.
naira.
It's true.
You saw today online where a wife of a governor was dashing 1 million to the staff of her office.
Wow.
Cash, old money, because she knows that this money is useless.
Yes, yes.
So that these servants who have been begging, have been owed months of salaries, be begging, pay us salary. Let us see money to eat. Some of them trek to the office But because of this policy, she has now gone into where she stacked the money. Wife of a government. And they start dashing it to their workers. And they are happy. They are happy because they don't know the procedure of returning the money to the bank. Yeah. They will take it to the central bank. They will feed from and say, why they have now received this money now?
All right, sir. That's a funny scenario.
May God bless Buhari. God will add life to the life of our president. It shall be well with you and your family. In Jesus' name, amen.
If you say so, sir. All right, sir. The forthcoming election is on the 25th of February. What advice, what word, what encouragement do you have for people out there? Because some persons are complaining.
Peradventure, they give you new money. Collect. But we know the new money will not come. But if they should give you old currency, oh, shine your eyes, oh, shine your eyes. The old currency may be in your pocket and you can no longer return it. Yes. If you try to return it, you may be arrested because you will explain how you come about it.
Yes, yes. Now, sir, what about the forthcoming election? What words do you have for our viewers?
Vote according to your conscience. Vote the man you think will be the person that will revive our economy.
Yes.
Will give us hope. Will give us a new Nigeria. A Nigeria that will be strong and powerful again.
All right. Okay, wonderful viewers. We have come to the end of our today's program. Feel free to visit our social handles, see what we have done for the day on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. We use the same handle, which is Living Television. For now, we say bye-bye and see you again next week. Thank you for watching Living Television.